okay, hypothesis or prediction or whatever, as long as I don't die from this virus or something, you will witness a really crippled person become significantly less crippled. I'll be able to walk. There's no doubt about that. Will I be able to walk in public, or will I always need my chair? I don't know. I think I might be able to turn it around pretty far. When I made the video of me walking down the hallway almost 4 years ago, that was after I had taken oxycodone, Percocet. I'll just say Percocet from now on. I'm going to recap the last 10 years of my life. I'll try to do it fast, but I'm not really known for that. So this is probably going to be a few videos long. Okay, 10 years ago, 2010, I walked across the United States. I started on February 14th at the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California, and I finished September 12th at Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York City, right beside the Cyclone roller coaster, which I wanted to ride before finishing, but I couldn't do because it rained all day. It took 211 days, which is nuts, by the way, especially for someone who's never done that kind of thing, like me at the time. So the park was closed. Consequently, even though I've been to Coney Island, I think at least 3 times during nice weather or summer, I've never been able to ride the Cyclone. Because 2 of those times were in October, or October and November. Anyway, it took me a long time to figure this out. I expected to hurt when I finished, and I did, and it never stopped, and I just figured it's gonna stop. I don't know. There's no one to ask. Even people who have done things like that didn't do it how I did it. I was basically a bum. I was hungry, I was broke, I was hot, I was sunburned. I would always get sunburned right here on both sides, and also like right there. No matter what I did, I could not keep those 2 places from burning, but that's not my story. Anyway, I just never got better. I never got better. And even though I did go out and walk another 350 miles a year later, when I wanted to do a 48 state walk, I don't know how I did that. I was very, my body didn't work. And I did 20 miles one day, and the days were short. I never got better, and I didn't really understand it. And I was in real significant pain. It hurt to walk across the United States. Particularly with 40 to 70 pounds on my back. But pretty much every moment since I finished doing that, I've hurt more. And I understand a lot. I'm beginning to understand a lot of that. Weakness is a level of pain you can't comprehend. No matter what kind of pain you've experienced. Everything you do, every body part you move hurts in many different ways. And I don't want to get sidetracked talking about that right now, but I'll try to remember it. I got so much to say. So much to say. April 2012, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I thought that was the answer. And I thought there wasn't an answer. I mean, I tried. I was really strict with a particular diet, the Terry Wahls diet, which is a paleo kind of diet. But that's good for you. Eat that way. If you can eat that way, eat that way. Like now, I was confused. So of course that changed my life. I mean, that's a serious disease, and if you have it, it changes your life. I was diagnosed by Mount Carmel, which is actually what that hospital right there is. I don't know if they would have been able to see. What I now know was the most important part of any MRI I've ever had. I think it was a year later that I switched to Ohio State for my MS stuff. But I know they did pretty extensive MRIs. Anyway, it doesn't matter what they did because my doctor told me. They ordered all the MRIs they would normally order for MS patients. Because I was an MS patient, they just wanted better MRIs. So this was 2013. And 2013 is important because they knew. They either knew I had arachnoiditis or they didn't look at the MRI results, or they didn't look at the MRI. So I was a patient at Ohio State for several years. I never accepted MS treatment, even though I very aggressively promote opioids and opioid-related stuff for pain relief. I don't like pharmaceuticals. there's basically three, or at least three types that I am willing to take, and two of them are life-changing, but I don't see any evidence that pharmaceuticals are good generally. I mean, pretty much universally, except for these drugs. I already used a cane by now, but I should have years earlier. I'm really slow. I don't know. I don't understand it. I was in such pain for so long, but I didn't know. Or I guess an important detail is that I didn't realize pain clinics existed, that people live how I live now. I didn't know that. So I just figured I had to deal with it forever. And then about 2014, I started using a walker. I probably should have already been using a chair by then, but like I said, I'm slow. Okay, 2014, I started using a walker, and I just kept getting worse. And on April 27th, 2016, my life changed forever. That morning, I woke up and I went to the kitchen to clean my cat's dish and to feed her, because my cat is awesome and I love her. While I was doing that, my feet slid apart. I couldn't. I realize now that I was too weak to save myself after a certain point, to catch myself, but I don't know how it came to that. I have like a split second of memory that's just, it's not there. Everything else seems to be, but that part just isn't. So I did the splits. I didn't realize this for a long time. Because I was so weak is why my leg broke. If I wasn't so weak, I'd have been able to keep that from happening. But when you're weak, like I was, like I am, you just can't. So my femur went something like that, and there I was on my kitchen floor, kind of freaking, because that's freaky. Believe me, that if you haven't experienced that, it's freaky. It's really freaky. I would always leave my walker at the edge of the kitchen because I always had counters to grab onto in the kitchen. My phone was on the walker and I needed to call 911.